See, if you need self-validation, don't get into business. You got to be able to power yourself and understand that, hey, you're on track, and admit your own faults and understand what you're good and not good at and be okay with that. I have found that it's easy to set just a real simple goal and then go crush it. And that way you've always got to focus on what to do first. And then any other time you can fill in all the other stuff. What can I do for you, young man?
All right. So need some guidance. So I've been making my cold calls, been working on my pitch. I've been kind of realizing certain things, like I kind of changed my model, how now I don't try to make the sell over the phone. I try to convince them to come to a free consultation, because I realize sometimes it can be overwhelming for somebody to hear price points, hear a pitch, and everything within like a 10-minute span. So I started working on the aspect of like converting people over to come to my consulting. But I've been reading $100 million offer or whatever, and I'm in the portion of the book when he's talking about the Grand Slam offer. So that's something I've been kind of focusing on, is like, how can I perform the Grand Slam offer so that I don't have to sell it? It kind of sells itself in a sense.
Well, right now, you're early stages, Drissel, so you're still trying to figure out your product, right?
Yeah.
I mean, right now, how many paid customers do you have?
One.
Okay, so we have one customer. We said we needed to get 10. We'd really love to have 25. So you're just going to have to power through and just keep tweaking, changing, recording data. Don't overcorrect, don't undercorrect. You know, if Karen says she doesn't like it in blue, Karen may not be your target customer. You might keep offering it blue, but you might also offer it in red and let the market kind of decide. It's called A/B testing. You just kind of check back and forth one or the other. If you do get consistent hold up in one spot or one sticking point, you know, you were saying there's a spot where they may have some resistance, or they may not understand what the offer is, or it may start to get convoluted, or, you know, they may start getting confused. If that keeps happening at the same spot in your script, you need to rewrite that, right?
Yeah.
And come back and address those objections earlier. Like, one of the biggest objections we have for the engineering company is we're too expensive. So right in the very beginning, we ask them what's their budget, what's their schedule, and we let them know, hey, we're going to be super expensive. Are you sure you want us to come do the on-site? Because you probably want to spend the money on us doing the engineering in the office. You know, we throw it out there immediately, right?
Yeah.
So it's already handled. The objections been talked about. So far, what are the big objections? So how many people have you talked to total?
About 20 to 30 people so far.
Well, it's 20, or is it 30? Surely you can keep count between 20 and 30.
Well, I didn't record some of the people I was talking to.
So you first off start taking some data. Who'd you talk to? What day was it? What form did you talk in? What script did you use? Start taking data, right?
Yeah.
Because you're going to be like, oh, I'll just remember. Well, when you get 150 more people from now, you're not going to remember. If you got the data, you can go back and look. So here's the thing. What's typical response rate for email?
No, I don't have that.
Like 1 to 2%. What's the typical conversion rate of your calls? You don't know. Why don't you pick maybe 25%? Maybe you'll convert 1 out of 4. You really like to be at 1 out of 2 or better, but maybe you're only at 1 out of 4. If you start walking the numbers backwards, you're not contacting enough people.
Yeah, I got you.
If you got to put out, you know, 37 ads or 37 emails to get one person, and you only convert 1 out of every 2 people, if you only hit up 37 people for the day, you may not convert anybody that day. You got me?
Yeah.
Work back through the math. That means you got to go on the front end and connect 74 people.
Yeah.
If you get 2 people in the chair and convert 1 of them because you're trying to get 1 person a day.
Yeah. Okay.
I think you're too early to be worried too much. You're trying to find perfection and you don't have enough data. Does that makes sense what I'm saying?
Yeah, that makes sense. So I'm trying to jump in the gun. It's good to have it in the back of my mind, but I don't have to act on it right now.
Well, and you don't want it to over or under encourage you. You're just taking data, right? Okay, you're an engineer. Somewhere in there was a science or a stats class or a math class, right?
Yeah.
You may not remember, but you can go look it up. How many data points do you need to start to get statistical significance of the type of curve that it is. Do you remember?
Isn't it like 4 or 5 kind of
30.
thing? 30?
30. If you
Okay.
don't have 30 data points, you can't even remotely begin to classify what kind of distribution you have.
And then, so then my question to you then becomes, so since I'm doing this model where I'm getting them to do the free consultation, and then through the consultation, I'm trying to convert the sale, like at that point, do I count them signing up for the free consultation as not like a win, but a good data point that they're interested in the services at least?
Well, so you're building out the funnel to get them to the sale, right?
Yeah.
And we've added in this step of, hey, let's do a call so I can overcome objections quickly because I don't even know what they all are. I would have already overcome them. So if your question is getting that call a success, yeah, because you get to talk to a potential customer. Anytime you can talk to a potential customer in the beginning, that's a success. Because that's all you want to do is get to talk to people that may use your product so that you can throw things at them and see what they're interested in or what they're excited about or what gets them going. And if
Yeah.
you get lucky and they trip over and actually convert, write that down and try it again. If it works again, then that's the piece that's important. Depending on the target market, you have to come back later and actually look at, well, who did I actually talk to? Because if you talk to one painter and one businessman and one teacher and one lady with 5 kids and your product's some type of food, maybe it doesn't appeal to all those people. You know what I mean?
Okay.
As you start to get more and more data, though, you can come back and go, wow, our conversion rate on black males is 90%. Okay, cool. Well, we're going to now target that demographic directly with more of our spend and more of our offer, right?
Yeah.
We're still going to try to find another group, or we're going to tweak what our offer is. Or maybe we put someone else on the phone with them who's not a black male and see if that converts a white woman, right? Because you
Gotcha.
don't know if it's your offer or if it's the person telling them at that point, because you're still working out the data. Until you start getting more data, you have no idea what's going on.
So then from that viewpoint, like something else that I'm running into is like my price points.
Mm-hmm.
I know I've been adjusting and tweaking them. And I know they kind of follow where the market is. I recently received some advice where I should really cut my price point starting off just to get customers coming in.
Who said that?
One of my friends who runs his own credit repair business.
Okay. And our credit repair business customers, your customers.
No. But also I've heard it from my customers that they feel like the price points is too high, especially
Well, that's
like
an easy conversion for the first 5 customers. What would you be willing to pay to start today? Cool. And I sign you up and use you as a testimonial and you try it for a week and tell me if it sucks.
I see what you're saying.
Nobody's saying no to that. Could I get $1? How about $1? $15. Would you pay 15? Would you pay 1,000? It's
Okay.
an easy conversion, right? Because
Yeah.
you don't have a commodity cost. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you were going to provide people with a truck cost you a certain amount. So you have to make at least as much as the truck cost you.
Yeah.
But you're just providing you and your time, which you have extra of anyway.
Yeah.
You got me? Especially in the beginning. You're putting in sweat equity in this company now.
Yeah.
You're investing your time and your energy into trying to create something. And your product's actually you at this point, right?
Yeah.
You and whether they feel that you can help them achieve whatever outcome they think they might be getting, right?
Okay, that makes sense. So, but then when it comes down to like,
Convert those first 5 or 6, especially if you know them well. Like I helped Roman start his video company. I'm
yeah,
paying him a minuscule amount. Now, what's funny is I've helped him so much in the beginning that he almost refuses to charge me more because he feels like I've helped him so much getting his company started and given him feedback. And that's one route you can take. Let's say you have a good friend or someone you know that's got a job, they're trying to change because you're going to help them with their job and their mindset and their resume and all those kind of things. Be like, hey, dude, would you pay me $100 for the year? But I want you to stop every now and again in the middle and pretend like you're the customer and you're going to tell me everything. Because the problem is most customers don't tell you if they're pissed or they hated it or you didn't call them back or they're upset with you unless you directly ask. So the trick is to get those first 4 or 5 customers, especially in somebody you know, but you will give them, let's say your offer's $2,000, right? You'll give it
Yeah.
to them for $200, but you want full disclosure of exactly what they're making at all times.
Okay.
If you hit it out of the park, you want a testimonial. Don't give away the value. Just trade what the value proposition might be, right? So you giving me $2,000, you're gonna give me $200, and anytime you even think you don't like something, you're gonna tell me exactly why. You're gonna tell me the emotions, like you're gonna give me full data and information because I need that right now more than anything. And then if I actually do pull it off for you, you're gonna help me with testimonials and marketing and things to show other people we can do this. And that's worth far more than the $2,000 you would have paid.
Yeah, and, that's actually something I just started doing. I reached out to a lot of people that I've helped out in the past
Mhm.
and started getting them to give me testimonials on how I impacted their lives. For I have, like I uploaded my first testimonial last week, like Friday. So far, almost has 500 views on
Well,
Instagram.
and just look at it from like the gaming community, right? What's the first thing they do? They throw an alpha out to a couple people they know, and then they do a beta to a little more refined audience of actually their target group, right? And then you actually have an early release payment, right? Hey, you can buy the game for $20. It's got to be 60, but you're gonna have to put up with a bunch of bullshit, and you're gonna have to tell us when you find mistakes, and that way we can fix bugs. Borrow the same exact model. Just
Okay,
get them in the door for something. Get them to sign up and give you $1. Get them to sign up and give you $100, something. In
okay,
return, you're going to oversupply what it is you said you're going to do, and they're going to give you full feedback that you can use to tweak and fix and update and make the offer better. And just think, every next person you put in, you can kind of raise that minimum that you're going to work for, right? First
yeah,
person, a lot of times you got to do it for free. Just prove you can do it, right? Next guy, maybe you charge him $10. Next gal, maybe 100. Next one, maybe 200, right? Just work your way up where now you got a customer base, 25, 30 people, and you're making money. And then you can do what my friend's doing right now. So that's how he built, right? Well,
yeah,
that's not how he can pay his bills forever. That's not how he can quit his job, right? So
yeah,
now he's got to go back and replace those initial clients either by bringing them, re-onboarding them as a new customer at the new price point, or replacing them with someone at the new price point.
okay. I see what you're saying.
You're
So
not committed to them for all time. You'll see that sometimes, like a gym will be like, first 4 members, lifetime membership, $500.
yeah.
Well, I'm hoping you're not going to stick around. Otherwise, the gym would be full and you couldn't put any even paying members in. But at least to get you in the door, because you're trying to get people in the door, because if the gym's full, other people are going to want to come, right?
So that just got me thinking of a promo I can do right now. I guess first 5 customers, I'll list out the services and just do it for
But
$100.
it needs to be super clear, right? Hey, I will review your resume. I will help you construct a counter offer for an offer, and I will talk about mindset with you for 30 minutes, and I'll do all that over the course of 1 week for $500 or $200 or 27.97, 99.99, right?
Yeah.
Or 49.97, 97.77, right?
Okay. So then,
And you just keep bumping with that. And when you get somebody on that call, if they get to the point, you go, all right, are you ready to swipe the card? And they're like, no, it costs too much. You go, what would you be willing to pay? Well, and see, that's when you're going to get a key piece of information. Is it really the price, or they just not understand the value, right?
yeah.
There's very few people you talk to can't swipe the card for $1,000. I mean, most of your target audience is so in debt up to their eyeballs anyway. Another $1,000 on a credit card means nothing. So if you
Yeah.
get in and you go, well, what would you pay? And they have no answer, then you got to kind of bump them. Is the price really the problem? Because it might be they just don't understand what you're offering. Hey, it's $1,000. You're ready to swipe the card. Well, no, it costs too much. Okay, what would you be willing to pay? Well, I'm just not really sure what it is.
Okay.
Okay, well, let's go back through it one time. So it's this, and this, and you agree that this is that, and this is this. So what do you think that's worth? Forget my price. What do you think I should price it at?
Okay.
Oh, well, I'm really not comfortable because it doesn't fit in my schedule.
Okay. Then now you can start.
The price may not have been the problem. And see, that's the problem in the initial start of any business. Everybody thinks if they cut the price, people come. That may not be what the objection actually is. So when you get them on that call, don't let them go until you got them signed up.
Okay. That
And
makes
what do I give you today? Like, I tell you what, I will mail you this coaster for $1. How about that? Is that a good value? I'm just trying to get you in as a customer. I'm just trying to convert you.
Yeah.
How do I get you started? What if I come mow your grass for the afternoon? Would you pay me $10?
All right.
Now you get them on your side where you're trying to figure out some value equation where you can help. Like, hey, you wouldn't have got on this call if you didn't think I could do something, or you at least were trying to help me. So how do we bridge this gap and figure this out?
Okay.
Now, how do you get better at what I just did right there, Drissel?
Do it.
Do it over and 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 over again.
All right. That just gave me a kind of new perspective of how to approach it. I think my problem was I was trying to stick to a price point.
Why? You don't even know what it's worth.
Well, at the time, I didn't fully understand what my objective in the situation was, so I didn't have a clear understanding what I should have been focused on, what the goals were. So
You're there to help people.
yeah,
That's it. Right? And that the whole purpose of this company is to help people.
yes,
So help people.
okay,
Don't let them off the call until you've helped them
all right.
and signed up to help them more.
So I just got to bring more value.
And then, well, yeah. And then over the course, 10, 15, 25 customers, you're going to figure out what an actual product is these people may want. Then you can go back and rewrite the offer and rewrite the script and rewrite the stuff and start throwing it out there to the masses, right?
Okay, so I probably just try to put my stuff out there too soon. Right.
No, you did great. You made one sale, which most people won't do that in a year. And you've talked to 20 to 30 people. Hopefully you'll know the number next time, right?
Yeah. Well,
You're way ahead of everybody else, Drissel. Give yourself full credit here. You're way ahead of everyone else.
yeah.
Most people are still sitting on the couch saying they oughta.
And then the thing too, I realized a lot of the people I calling were friends, but all my friends have jobs that they're happy in. But I remember you gave me the advice of talk to the people that won't need your service so you can get a better critique of your service. So that's kind of what I've been focused on.
Well, and you can even throw scenarios at them. Hey, economy's crashing, dude. What if you get laid off today? What you gonna do? Well, how do I help you prepare for that?
Yeah.
Well, hey, do you want to go ahead and go through your stuff and make sure that everything's tight? Well, hey, would you like to hire on and help me help other people? Because you've got the perfect spot. So you did something right. So how do we get what you did to other people? And now you turn them into a champion for your cause. Well, hey, who do you know that knows somebody that just got laid off?
Probably know a few people.
You can go on LinkedIn and go to the people search filters, and in the description put the word seeking, or pick the open to work tab, and then pick your area, and you'll get another massive amount of customers. Pay the money for the better LinkedIn, which you were supposed to do anyway, right?
Yeah.
I also do that when you're looking for jobs.
Yeah, I already have
Right.
that.
And then you can direct message them and say, hey, I got something that may help you out. I tell you what, it's free of charge till you get your job, and then you can pay me.
So I got to just get creative with who I'm contacting, how I'm
Get 25 customers. And notice I didn't say 25 customers buying the product you thought you were going to provide.
Yeah.
I said to get 25 customers.
All right.
It's somebody paying you something to do something. That's a lot easier, right? Now you don't have to think. Just go get some customers and help people.
So then my question is like, something I've been reading up on is like target customers, like finding your niche, finding the target customer. But in the beginning, are you even worried about that, or are you just trying to get customers?
Well, you have a general impression, and the easiest place to go is your initial network because it costs you no outreach money, right?
Yeah.
Now, as you begin to figure this out, we can go in and we can run a series of Facebook ads for people named Drissel that are 26 years old, that are from Africa, that live in South Atlanta.
Yeah.
That right, we can target literally directly the one person we're looking for. Right now, you don't know what the product is, so how do you even know what the customer avatar is? You have an impression that you've written out a rough idea and you're starting to throw out there to those people.
Yeah.
Right? And if you had more money, time, and had done this a few times, you might have a little bit better idea, and you would have ad spent first to see what those people wanted and then created a product to sell into them.
Okay. Because I was planning on starting to run my ads a little bit just to see.
You could if you wanted to, if you want to throw 20, 30 bucks of ad spend out there and just see what happens.
Cool. Because I know my website is actually almost done. I've been having somebody else working on it in the background.
Mm-hmm.
been critiquing it based on.
Which is, what are you going to run traffic to and what's the little offer? See, Google Ad Spin, it's got that little blurb and you got to write it out and get your keywords right, figure out what's going on. Facebook's going to target and pop up something, right? And that's got to be a picture or an image or a statement or goal or an offer or something. Hopefully you got somebody in your network that's done that in their business and has some idea of kind of how to do it, or you got to spend the time to do some working and thinking, or you just hire somebody, right?
Yeah. I mean, I've been working on it. I've been kind of doing like a little mix of asking people I know that knows what they're doing a little bit of research, and then just a little trial and error.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you're going to do for the first while until you've built up cash reserves and can hire people, right?
Then I also was about to start gearing up in providing content, because I also realized a lot of people is like, where's your body of work? How do I know that you know what you're doing?
Yeah,
These different
100%. Yeah, where's your proof of knowledge, right?
Yeah.
That takes time. That's why a lot of people think you have to start as the influencer and put stuff out there to show that you're actually doing something. But I mean, if your content, meaning your product, was so good, you don't necessarily even have to get there.
All right. Yeah.
I mean, if you came to me and I have 3 job offers and you said, hey, I got a system I use that got me an extra $12K and 2 weeks of vacation, I'll show you for $50 plus a percentage of what you get more. Would you be down for that? Fuck yeah, they'd be down for that.
So like,
That's the offer I'm coming with soon. I'm going to put a course and a class together that shows you how to negotiate your job offer. And I'm initially going to throw it out there for like $47, right? And then it will eventually work into me consulting or my group consulting with you directly in groups of 10 to negotiate your actual job offers. And we'll take a percent of the extra money that you make. So it doesn't cost you anything. It's almost like a first year founder's fee or something that you might pay the company might pay a recruiter. We're going to put that offer together here soon. I'm very interested in what you have going, because all of your customers could be a perfect setup to be my customers, and I pay you an affiliate to bring them in. And then we've helped everybody, right?
Yeah. All right. That kind of got my brain running now.
Right?
Yeah. I just like, I know one thing I wanted to start doing was producing content, just to prove that like I know what I'm talking about.
Well, nobody's stopping you, right? I mean, hit record, stick it out there. Nobody, I mean, it's not gonna hurt anything.
Yeah. I'm actually planning like to start recording my sessions with my clients, because I find it difficult sometimes just to sit in front of the camera and just talk.
Just hit record. You can be doing something else. I mean, how many videos do you see online where somebody's walking around the building or driving in the car? A lot. If you got something to say, hit it. Even if you eventually don't even use the video and just transcribe it and use the text, you got something then, right? If it's on your brain, dump it, man. If it's on your brain, pull it out. Start sketching it out. Because you're going to want to slowly create a big mosaic on the wall of what Drissel's company and offer are all about, and what your core values are, and what your main points that you're going to hit over and over and over again. I was listening to Dave Ramsey on Lewis Howell this morning. What's Dave Ramsey's big point?
Don't use debt.
Get out of debt. That's it, right?
Yeah.
How many times does he say it in a call or in a, right? Always.
Other sentence, like every
First, middle, end, every other sentence, right? So Drissel's eventually going to get what his are.
Cool.
I mean, mine are get started, get out of your own way, go directly to the person, right? Over and over and over and over again. And you got this, right? Believe in yourself. Give yourself some credit over and over and over and over again.
So I talked to the people about it. They said the issue is there are so many people on the internet nowadays, to the point where there is periods of time where there's just high traffic.
Well, you're in a neighborhood where they haven't spent the money to put the bigger cables in because you guys don't spend enough. So you gotta move, or you you can actually get a business account, and they're supposed to come in and direct line you and make you a priority.
So we actually do have a business account. So the cool thing is my stepdad is actually an engineer himself. He got his PhD and everything. He's currently in Africa, and he focuses on payment processing. So right now he focuses on setting up banking systems and a whole bunch of other techy stuff. So
Great. You good, young man? Last question. What you got?
So how do you go about making sure you're on the right path and you're not overthinking things, I guess? because that's my
Why
biggest issue.
why do you need that?
I don't know. I feel like I overcomplicate and overthink things.
Right? Well, you know that you do. But what difference does my opinion matter? See, if you need self-validation, don't get into business.
I,
You gotta be able to power yourself and understand that, hey, you're on track, and admit your own faults and understand what you're good and not good at and be okay with that.
all right, and that's something I've been working on. Just recognizing my
Well,
strengths.
and for go-getter badasses, people that are going out there and accomplish stuff like you are, I have found that it's easy to set just a real simple goal and then go crush it. And that way you've always got to focus on what to do first. And then any other time you can fill in all the other stuff. You know, there's 1,000 other things that you need to do. I got to do content. I got to do this. Got to write an offer. I got to make this page. I got to figure out Facebook. I got to do that. But you got to stay focused on the first thing I got to do is got to get those 25 customers. That's it. Nothing else. And when I get there, cool. And then you're going to get, eventually, I'll just kind of take this forward and use this method. You're going to say, okay, it's time to start doing content. I want to start doing YouTube. Well, here's what my buddy who owns and is the sauna king of the world on YouTube. If you put in sauna, you see his picture. He sells to everyone, right? And he was like, I will help you, but you got to get 50 pieces of content up first. What? That's impossible. Hey, until you got 50, we don't have any analytics. We don't have any data. We have no idea what your message is. We don't even know what you look like.
Yeah.
Your 50th is going to be light years better than your first 10. And I was like, okay. So I just put my head down. I didn't have to think about anything else. I just posted on a regular basis until I had 50. And then I called him. And he goes, all right, let's go look at your content. See how this one is lighting up and this one's lighting up and people like this and that. He goes, now just make that. And that's what I did for a while. I just made that and the channel grew massively. And then you come back and you're okay, now I've got a channel and I got a message and I got a target audience. And now I'm going to increase my ad spend to get to that audience bigger, right? It's the same thing for your business, right?
Yeah.
Just pick the one thing. The one thing's go get 25 customers. That's it. Get them to sign up for something. You're going to drive by and give them a placemat. You're going to pick up their Chick-fil-A, something. Get them in as a customer.
All right. I think that's everything. That kind of just put me back on the right.
Yeah, just go get to work and give yourself some credit, man. If you want something to kind of validate yourself each day, just pick a number of people I'm gonna talk to today, and just make sure you hit that every single day. Like, all right, I'm going to have 5 conversations a day until I die or get 25 customers. Should get easier, right? So far, you've converted 1 out of 30. So now I just need 25 times 30 people to talk to. I got to talk to 800 people if I only close 1 out of every 30.
Yeah.
Probably need to get your close rate up, right?
Yeah. I think that's going to come. In the beginning, I was trying to do too much in the phone call.
Yeah.
That's
Well, you're
right.
trying to get them to buy what you want.
Yeah, rather than focusing on the customer.
Only one person cares what you want.
And that's me.
Yep. And you're not your target customer.
All right. Thank you.
Be amazing. See ya.